Today we'll be looking at how we can use eQube-MI to migrate a Teamcenter dataset to an SAP document. We'll be going through all of the different steps, so how a user will actually trigger the migration process, the steps that MI takes to create the document in SAP, and then we'll actually verify that the document was created in SAP correctly. Okay, so let's get started. In Teamcenter, we'll find a part that has a dataset attached to it. And here we have one, and our dataset here contains a JT file. So let's open the JT in the JT preview. Now we're actually going to take note of what shows up here because we'll be verifying this in SAP to make sure that the same JT was created. Alright, so we have a JT of a boat. So to start the migration, we will send this item to a Teamcenter workflow. The workflow has already been pre-configured to trigger MI once an object is sent to it. Okay, so that's why we're using the eQube-MI trigger workflow. We'll give it a description, and we'll submit. Now the workflow has triggered MI, and we'll go to MI to make sure that the trigger has been received. Okay, so we'll hit refresh on this transaction page, and we see that the very first row has been populated with the process that we expect Teamcenter to trigger. So this is our migration process. And looking at the status, it's already completed. And because it's already completed, now we expect that the Teamcenter dataset to already be an SAP document. So let's take a look at how MI did that. If we click on the transaction, we can see the MI process. The MI process will define what actions MI takes to move the dataset to SAP. Okay, so we have three different steps here. The first step is our fetch step. So it fetches the item in the dataset from Teamcenter and loads it in memory. Our second step downloads the dataset into a file so that we can use it later. And the third is our insert step into SAP. Now the insert step is actually just a call process, which will call another process full of other activities that break down how we insert the document into SAP. So here we have our four activities. So we first create a material. Then we create a document within SAP. Those are our two main objects. And then we attach our JT file to the document. And finally, we attach our document to a material. Now we have all of our objects in place and all of their relations successfully defined. Now remember that MI has already completed this process, so our document should already be here. Now let's take a look at SAP and make sure that we can find our material and our document and our JT. So let's search for our material. Okay, and let's look at our document. Let's open it up. And we see that the document contains one JT file. Good, so let's open up our JT and verify that this JT is the same JT that was in Teamcenter. Great, there's our boat. And now that this JT is in SAP, it's fully functional, so we can rotate it. So we've successfully migrated our dataset to a document in SAP. We have to find how you do that through MI, how a user could kick off that process in Teamcenter. And really this is the basic process for any kind of integration with MI. It's very simple, but it's very versatile, and we can do it with many different systems and many different types of objects. Thank you for watching.